Ryan Reid, narrator.
This is from The Dragon and the George by Gordon R. Dickson. "Sir Brian," said Jim, a little awkwardly, "excuse me for not understanding that you were offering yourself as a companion. The truth of the matter is, things are different where I come from." "Doubtless," said Brian unsmilingly. "Believe me," said Jim, "there was no jest of any kind involved. It was just my own lack of wit that kept me from understanding what you were talking about." "Ah," said Brian. "Naturally, I couldn't ask for a better companion than a gentleman like yourself." "Quite. And I'm overjoyed to have you with me." "Indeed." Jim felt like someone knocking on the door of a house in which the owner was home but obstinately refusing to answer. A touch of annoyance tweaked at him, and on the heels of this came an idea at which he nearly smiled visibly. Ignorance of other people's customs could work both ways. "Of course, if only I'd known your Social Security number right from the start," he said, "it would have been different." Brian's eyes flickered. They continued to travel on side by side in silence for perhaps another full minute before the knight spoke again. "Number, Sir James?" "Why, yes," said Jim, raising his eyebrows. "Your Social Security number." "What bloody number is that supposed to be?" "Don't tell me," said Jim. "You don't have Social Security numbers here? Blind me if I ever thought of any such thing." Jim clicked his tongue sympathetically. "No wonder you thought it odd of me, not understanding the offer of your companionship," he said. "Why, where I come from, nothing can happen unless a gentleman's Social Security number is known. Naturally, I thought you were withholding yours for good reasons of your own. That's why it didn't dawn on me that you were offering me companionship." "But I haven't got one to withhold, damn it!" protested Sir Brian. "Haven't got one? By St. Giles, no!" Jim clicked his tongue again. "That's the trouble with living out in the provinces here," Sir Brian said in an aggrieved tone. "They've probably been using these numbers for a 12th now at court, and none of us out here have ever heard of them." They went on a little farther in silence. "You've got one, I suppose?" Brian said. "Why, yes," Jim answered. Hastily he delved into his memory. 469699921. "Damned fine figure." This is from Raptor Red by Robert T. Bacher. A pair of fierce but beautiful eyes look out from the dull green undergrowth of conifers and ferns that bound the edges of mudflats and riverbeds. The eyes follow every movement among the great herd of plant-eating dinosaurs that mills around in the open meadows, feeding high in the trees and sniffing the air for danger. The eyes belong to a young adult Utah raptor, a female who has not yet reproduced. The female Utah raptor moves her 20-foot-long body quietly through the ferns, walking in long, slow strides on her muscular hind legs. She stops every few steps, rotates her elongate head, surveys the plant-eaters. Her eyes move back and forth, executing the rapid scanning of a hunter who is thinking about everything she sees. She is an intelligent killer. She watches the pattern made by the huge herbivorous dinosaurs. She evaluates each individual as a potential victim. This is from Alien by Alan Dean Foster. I guess that puts us poor humans in our place, doesn't it? "Tell me something, Ash. The company expected the Nostromo to arrive at Earth Station with only you and the alien alive all along, didn't it?" "No. It was honestly hoped you would survive and contain the alien. The company officials simply had no idea how dangerous and efficient the alien was." "What do you think's going to happen when the ship arrives, assuming we're all dead, and the alien, instead of being properly restrained, has the run of the ship?" "I cannot say. There is a distinct possibility the alien will successfully infect the boarding party and any others it comes in contact with before they realize the magnitude of the danger it presents and can take steps to combat it. By then, it may be too late. Thousands of years of effort have not enabled man to eradicate other parasites. He has never before encountered one this advanced. Try to imagine several billion mosquitoes functioning in an intelligent consort with one another. Would mankind have a chance? Of course, if I am present and functional when the Nostromo arrives, I can inform the boarding party of what they may expect on how to proceed safely against it. By destroying me, you risk loosing a terrible plague on mankind." There was a silence in the mess, but not for long. Parker spoke first. "Mankind, in the person of the company, doesn't seem to give a damn about us. We'll take our chances against the alien. At least we know where it stands." He glanced over at Ripley. "No plague's going to bother me if I'm not around to worry about it. I say pull the plug." "I agree," said Lambert. Ripley moved around the table, started to disconnect the power cord. "A last word," Ash said quickly. "A legacy, if you will." Ripley hesitated. "Well, maybe it is truly intelligent. Maybe you should try to communicate with it." "Did you?" "Please, let my grave hold some secrets." Ripley pulled the wire from the socket. "Goodbye, Ash."